Welcome back to £1 to Freedom. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for just watching our videos. Honestly, this is one of the most excited times that we've ever been when we're making a video, because you have engaged with our videos, you have subscribed, you've liked our videos, you've shared so many of your comments, and we've been really encouraged, we've been really excited, overwhelmed. We received a lot of advice, suggestions, and to be honest, we've taken most of these suggestions on board. So we're just hoping everybody who's watching today's video is having a beautiful day. We hope the week has been all right. We hope it hasn't been too stressful for any of you guys. So again, welcome back to £1 to Freedom. My name is Penny and my husband's name is Tale, and together we are on this journey that we're sharing with you on our plans to relocate back to Zimbabwe. The implementations that we are doing, or the side hustles that we are doing as we are trying to relocate back to Zimbabwe. So this is a recap video. This is actually a recap video, and yes, Tali, how excited are we today in this recap video?
Very excited. Thank you guys for being part of this journey. We welcome you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your feedback. Every feedback, no matter how positive, no matter how negative you might think it was or it is, we thank you for each and every feedback. It will sharpen us, it will tune us, it will nudge us in the best direction. So we are taking everything, and we thank you. We thank you. We will never actually take your feedback for granted.
No.
It's so important for us in this journey. Thank you.
Yes, and we've also learned a lot. And some of the comments were really funny. I mean, somebody talked about Tale's skin.
But that's the whole. That's the whole part of it. Whenever you go public, you need to expect that. Someone said you must not take public office if you don't want public scrutiny
and opinions.
So yes, some of the comments will be out of topic. But Hanzi
Thala kubleacha skin, because akangotaura kuti why are you bleaching, saka takangoti strituka obvious it can only be Tali.
Sorry. But let's hope that will not divert, or that will not actually
derail you from
what we are trying to share here.
On what we
are trying to share here, I think that's the bottom line.
And Hanzi Tale, nyaya yako yekuti wakarerwa nasisi. Nyaya yako yekurerwa nasisi. Kana uda kwenda kuZimbabwe enda wakanyarara.
Vanotuka ndisisi anokuwa
ndisisi Elenika, obvious. Wanga kuvani. Sisi Eli ndo vakatomurera.
Vanotuka, but no guys, we thank you. That will make life, positive and negative. Even if you magetsi chaiko kune positive ne negative. Ndinoita ndizonji magetsi achatofambe saka ne earth also
neutral. When I'm commentary neutral ka ndo earth. Just grounded, down to earth comments.
So we thank you guys.
And honestly, most of them
tichatenda sisi vakatirera vanze vamarwa
sisi Eli
tinoda kuti sisi maonekwa basa renyu raonekwa ramakaita kuti tenda.
But honestly, no, we're just having a laugh. But to be honest, 99% of the comments, the suggestions, what you said was very positive, and we've taken a lot of them on board, and we've even implemented some of them, even especially on our building. So we're gonna do a recap. So this is like a recap video, because some of the comments were questions, some of the comments were long, some of the comments said a lot. So we've got an update on building, obviously. we will go into an update maybe in the later video. But today we're just doing a recap. So we're hoping, we don't want to make these videos too long on the recap. So we're going to have a part 1 and part 2, because we're going to do a recap on the videos or the chats we had on life in the UK, because there was a lot of comment on that. Positive comments, neutral comments, negative comments. Some of the comments were shouting at us for being shallow-minded and not ambitious. So we're just going to get into that. And then we're also going to do a recap on building and all the suggestions you said and where we are right now. And yeah, we just hope you're being inspired. We just hope somebody at least is being inspired some way. So yes, so we're going to do a part 1. Part 1 is going to be a recap of life in the UK and our decision to relocate. So a lot Talewa said regarding life in the UK. A lot of people agreed with this. We've been in the diaspora for years. Some of the comments were even touching when we were reading them, because yeah, you know, sometimes it can be really hard, and sometimes, you know, there were just a lot. I especially really would like to talk about this comment about a lady. I think she's I'm hoping she's a lady based on her name, but I'm not gonna say the names. We're just gonna talk off the comments. One of the ladies said that she's been here for 40 years, you guys. She's been staying in the UK for 40 years. And she said that before, life in the UK was actually a bit better. But over the years, the past 10 years, things have become a bit difficult. And she's also thinking of relocating back to Zimbabwe. But it's now difficult because she's trying to pay off debts. She's trying to pay off her debts. And she said, in the past 40 years that she's been here, she's had to work every day so much that she doesn't even enjoy my time off work, because even when visitors come, off, you're not enjoying it because you're so tired, and tomorrow you have to be back home. So we just thought this could be something we can talk about. You know, it was like something we can relate to.
Yeah, that is life in the UK. Life in the UK is so draining when you're working. In no ways you could go to work and come back as fresh as you went to Kubasa Kwachu. We actually highlighted that from our first
one of our first videos, the Daneta video.
Yes, Kunoku, you work. So yeah, I think it's important actually to plan for the future. Otherwise, you'll be working.
How about what she said about bills? Like, now she wants to go back home, but then she's trying to clear her debts.
That is the issue now of being in the UK. Especially now, if you're in the UK.
Or maybe the diaspora.
And you're planning to go back home again. I think you need to take note and to be careful on that. Otherwise, the life here is so tempting. That's what we know, developed economies in terms of credit. It makes life easier. But again, if you are someone who is planning actually to go back and at the same time live long here, you'd have accumulated a lot of bills, a lot of credits. So yeah, you need to strike a balance. You need to strike a balance.
And realize the longer you stay in the diaspora, or we can only talk about UK experience because that's where we're staying. But the longer you stay in the diaspora or in the UK, it seems the more your credit bill also goes up.
It's tempting. You start with a 300 £300 credit card. You clear it. They're so wise.
They'll say, "Oh, we are increasing your limit.
The next time, increase it 1,000. Before you know it, 10,000, 20,000.
And guys, if you've got money that is at the tips of your fingertips, truthfully, you're gonna use it.
Yeah.
Money is going to be spent. That's the truth. You think of going to for holidays, France, wherever people go on holidays. So yeah, I think that's one thing that also just, you know, it rang a bell in our minds and just gave us that thinking that, you know, the longer you stay in here, the more your credit bill will also rise. And yeah, it just becomes a difficult situation. So we really related with this comment, and we just wishing you the best and hoping that you'll be able to complete your to clear your bills and have a life of freedom, a life that you'll feel more comfortable and more at ease, because 40 years of working is really not an easy thing. We also have another comment it's more or less like the first one, but they were saying that they've been in Australia for a long time, and they even moved and lived in New Zealand for also a long time, and they just realized that the diasporian system is the same. They've called it's modern day slavery. You're just going to be working, and at times you work so much, the effort you're putting in working and what you're earning, it just doesn't balance. So yeah, it was also a comment, and also another thing that said, another one that we related to was just commenting on life in the UK. They said they've been living in the UK for the past 35 years. They said they don't even know how they've lived in the UK for the past 35 years, because they said it's a very tough environment. And then another comment, Tali, said that Zim life is cheaper, but income is a bit hard to get. And what do you say about this? I mean, what do we say about this?
Yeah, we can relate because it's not far back since we left Zimbabwe.
Mm-hmm.
In Zimbabwe, yes, life might be easier if you've got a hustle, you've got your business. You might find it easier, actually, if you're having some streams of income or some constant income month in, month out. You might find it easier, especially if you've got your place to live. It might be. But yes, I think the bottom line, Zimbabwe needs careful planning. You need to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be sure, actually, kuti ndadzokera kuZimbabwe ndiri kuzodya chii? Where is my income coming from? Uchigara pai? You need to figure it out before you just go. That's why probably from some of the comments, they think maybe you want to go back to Zimbabwe tomorrow.
I was gonna get into that. Don't preempt. Preempting my next comment.
Yeah. But Zimbabwe, yes, I think you need to be skillful. You need to have survival tactics in order for you to survive in Zim. It's not an easy thing to just think maybe just pick my bags and go. You need to be skillful.
All right. So we'll then jump into the one that you wanted to preempt. So another comment. So I'm gonna bunch maybe these comments, because they're more or less the same, but because some of the comments I'm just paraphrasing. So one of the comments said that we are still too young to think of relocating, and they say that we are not living life because we are focused on relocating. I'm gonna also just bunch it with another comment that says that we've just been in the UK for 3 years. We haven't even lived. And they say that if we were well off in Zimbabwe, we wouldn't have come to the UK. So why do we now want to go back to Zimbabwe? Because obviously, to be able to survive in Zimbabwe, you need to have an income that can wholly sustain you. And because I want Tale to just, because it's probably going to be a long talk for him, so I'm just probing his mind to think about, to answer all this maybe in one go before we conclude this video. And so they say that if we were well off in Zimbabwe, there was no need for us to come here in the UK. And the other comments say that we are shallow-minded. To even think of going to Zimbabwe, that's being shallow-minded, because in the UK, that's where London is, and London is the third most visited city in the world. And why would you want to move out of a country where some of the most wealthiest people on the planet are? And somebody said that we are not ambitious. By wanting to relocate to Zimbabwe, it shows that we are not ambitious. There are so many opportunities in the UK, and we can even be millionaires in the UK. Someone even posted a question saying, are you saying the UK is bad? So I know I've said a lot, but it can all be answered by the same things, because I've spoken about we're not living our life focusing on relocation. We're not being ambitious. We're shallow-minded. If we were well off in Zimbabwe, there was no way for us to come here. Why do you want to go back? We've just lived here 3 years. We haven't even started. Someone said we're going to be here 20 years. Mark their words, because tichigere. So yeah, some of the things we've spoken them before in our previous videos, but I think we're just going to talk about them. Tale will just do a random of where we are today, where we want to go, and answer these.
Yeah, Yes, true. 3 years is a very short time, but we did not start living when we came here. We had a life back in Zimbabwe. We had dreams when we were still there in Zimbabwe. We had plans, we had focus, we had dreams, we had visions, we had ambitions. Mm-hmm. So when we came here, it's not like that's when we can start counting probably 3 years. It's just 3 years in reference that it's now 3 years in Zimbabwe. But it's 3 years of a life that you have been lived. So it's also good actually if you are ever planning to go back to Zimbabwe, to start now. There's no point for us to wait for 10 years, then we start planning to go back to Zimbabwe. So if it's in you that you want to go back to Zimbabwe, whether you have 3 years, whether you've got 1 year, whether you've got 10 years here, just start now planning to go back. Yes, it's our dream probably actually. It's our dream. Even if when we came here, it's not like we were saying we are going to live in UK forever. We had that part of us that was just saying, even if we are not going back to Zimbabwe, we need to set up something back in Zimbabwe. So when we came here, actually, probably some things connived, how we were working, how we were living. So no, let's do it and go back. Right. So in terms of being ambitious, yeah, it depends. Probably this is a journey that we are sharing with you guys, and it's a step-by-step journey. You probably don't have the whole picture as yet of us, unless you are foreseeing the future. But I think it's good, yes, to have such comments as we are sharing with you step by step until we go back. I think things will fall in place. What you're trying to set up will fall in place. Probably there's no point for us to preempt some of the steps ahead. We'll take you step by step until we get back to Zimbabwe. The good part of it, yes, this country has got vast opportunities. Even in Zimbabwe has got vast opportunities. It depends with how you're looking at it. We had people Vakati relocated from here. Okay, the whites actually, when Zimbabwe was still probably
before they were chased away by
Zimbabwe
Mugabe.
Probably actually Sango not even developed.
Oh yeah, before that.
But they saw with their London.
With their London, which is the third most visited.
But they saw something there and they chose to leave their London and they went to Zimbabwe. So that must tell you something. Either way, and as a disclaimer, please take note. We did put this disclaimer in one of our videos. Please take note. We did not say there's no life in UK. We did not say there's no life in Zimbabwe, and vice versa. It's your plans, how you see it, how you have your way of defining your own happiness. I can have my own metrics in terms of measuring my happiness and my success. Mm-hmm. You can have your own metrics of measuring your happiness. But at the end of the day, people might look at us and say, oh, those people are happy. But with the different metrics in terms of how you define your happiness, in terms of how you measure your success. So that is the bottom line. We need a happy people. Whether you're going to make it here in UK, whether you're going to make it back in Zimbabwe, but whatever your decision, whether to be here or to be in Zimbabwe, it just needs planning. Just need to put something in place. That is what we are trying to do. It's not like we are saying we are going back tomorrow. We are trying to put something, and we are living in Zimbabwe. Probably there's no point of preempting, but
we'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah. But of course, yes, thank you so much for your comment. We need to be ambitious. Whether you're trying to, and those who are seeing vast opportunities here, we say it in our videos. share with
those
us.
vast opportunities.
Someone here.
I think one of the guys was like, inbox us and I'll give you pointers. We will inbox you so that you can give us those pointers so that we can actually share with other people what businesses they can do.
Those who are thinking of making it here, share with them. Don't make it here. Those who are thinking of going back home, again, let's share the ideas. How we are going to make it there when we get there? How are we going to eat? How are we going to
where
survive
are you going to stay?
when we
What
get
are
there?
you?
So
that's true. That's why even on this channel we also talk about the side hustles we're doing, because it's not just about going to work and doing the long shifts and stuff. No, we are also trying to find out which business we can do. Obviously, the goal is to make money to go back home for us, but somebody's goal can be to make money and even have a bigger house here and a bigger life here. It's your choice. Wherever you choose, the important part, like what Tali said, is just be happy with where you are. It doesn't mean that if you want to stay here, you are wrong, or if we want to go back to Zimbabwe, we are wrong. No, it's a choice we've made in our lives. It's a choice you've also made in our life. And we're just sharing with everybody who's watching our choices and our decisions. But honestly, we just want to thank you for the comments. And no, I think the other question is the UK bad? The UK is not bad. If it was bad, then definitely wouldn't be here. The UK is not bad, but it's not for us. For the long term, it's not for us. For the long term, it's a good place to work. It's a good place to it's not, it's a fairly good place. I can't say it's totally good. It's a fairly good place to work, get something, invest in something. And I think someone gave us a suggestion that with 2 salaries, like we said in our home, it's a 1 income household. Whatever money we have, there's no pennies money or talis money. It's Munyonga family's money, this household. So somebody said with 1 salary, you can invest into shares and what's this ETF?
Yes, that's why probably our journey from our own, we were seeing it's moving actually at a good pace because of that. 1 income is making us live here, cover bills, and all the stuff.
That's
another income is going towards those investments. It's going towards the journey, maybe probably the major part of the journey that we are sharing with you is building for now, as we are focusing on relocating back. But truly speaking, yes, if you are 2 here, it's kind of easy. If you plan together, do your things together. 1 income makes you live here. The other one, investments and other stuff. But for now, we are sharing with you our journey towards relocating.
That's true. And also, I think we some of the comments that we really liked and that also spoke to us was the fact that it's more like a discussion that we're having, because everybody in their comment section is sharing their experience. I think that's another thing about having these interactive YouTube channels, especially if we are from the same regions and we're experiencing things. We all might be experiencing things differently, but also somehow they are the same. So one person comes with their own idea. I think one person was saying, you guys are complaining about 675 rent. They are paying 1.1 in Scotland, which then says, guys, 1.1 rent, how big is the house? And someone will be saying, you guys, you're complaining of working, why don't you look for a job in NHS? And like, so it's more like a discussion, which is good, because when you're in Zimbabwe, we've got a vast, big community, because it's home. Community is large. There's no way or nobody I'm not finding anyone to interact with. But when you're here in the UK, sometimes life can get so busy. This is the way that we can interact as a community, as people who are sharing journeys, different life journeys, different things, but in the same area. So like in the same country or in the diaspora community. So we were really, really inspired by responses, and we hope that we can continue to interact. And you guys, if you have more things that you want us to talk about in terms of life in the UK, let's talk about these things. Somebody talked about childcare. I mean, we all know the serious troubles and stresses of childcare. We are right now in the process of looking for another house because our house is being sold by the landlord. Think of the stresses of looking for a place that you like.
And we are paying 675.
675.
Actually, we are thinking of going into into a half bedroom.
Like,
Not one bedroom.
What?
Even if we get a half bedroom house.
Because we're trying to just cut
costs
on all the bills. And I think, okay, one other thing that we didn't, I'll ask Talent to address is somebody was saying, why do you guys have 2 cars? Why do you guys have car finance? Although we never said we've got car finance, why do you guys need 2 cars? Why are you guys, then I can't zikamai, 2 motor COS zikamai. So yeah, I mean,
yeah, of course, someone in that comment, it's when we shared the bills, I think we were just sharing them in general. Some people they've got car finance, some people they've got phones, some people they've got credits.
well, that's the general that most people have.
For us, and someone was saying, why do you know why go for car finance and yet there's a car for 1,000? That is very, very, very true. If you some people came here and they said, oh, I've never driven a Mercedes Benz, I've never driven this big car. You can afford to drive those big cars on finance and all this stuff. Sharing or maybe answering that comment is for us. We are trying by all means to cut our costs. I
did.
With the car that I have, I don't even see myself changing that car. I bought it for 1,000. It's not even 1,400. I think the guy wanted 1,400, but I ended up
giving him
1,100. I gave him 1,100.
That was in 2023, early 2023.
Yes, early 2023. That's how much I bought that car for. And I don't wish to change that car.
I don't like that car. It's got a funny sound. But this guy is hell bent on keeping his car until we relocate.
My wish is to have that car take me through until we leave this country. The moment we are leaving this country, take that to scrapyard, get $100 or $200.
Now, definitely you get $100 of that car.
That's my wish. Car. For me, there's no point for me to be.
That is a 2009 car, if I'm not mistaken. That's if you guys watched our last video on parcel deliveries, that's a car that we use for parcel deliveries. Ford Focus, but this guy will not let go of that car. And the car that I use for domiciliary, it's an automatic car, but it's also not even.
And the issue now for us to have 2 cars, someone says there's no point for you having 2 cars. In no ways we can have 1 car. The life in UK, she goes to her work, she needs a car. I go to my work, most of the time they do nights, I need a car. In no ways I'll be using taxis or Ubers. In no ways I'll be taking a bus.
And imagine when it's winter. Guys, you know the winters of here. Having to then leave the house. And he starts work at 1:30 a.m. So leaving the house at that time to go to work. Then coming back, Muscat.
You need to go.
And it's not even where we are staying, because we don't stay in big city, in a big city.
Those cars are not for luxury.
They're not. They're take us from point A to point B. Yes. So yeah, that's why we've got 2 cars. But really, it's not like we've got Mercedes Benz or I don't know Mercedes Benz. My Defender, no. Not at all. So yeah, so there was a lot that was said about life in the UK. Let's continue to share. Of course, some of the people are loving life in the UK. They're saying we can invest. That's true. Let us know the investments. People can become millionaires. Yeah, here. That's true. We've got examples of people we know who came in the UK as carers, who invested in digital marketing. That's what I know. Digital marketing, who have done it, who are now self-sponsoring themselves. That's why I do digital marketing with Tali. So I'm saying that we know that and we understand that. But relocating...
And there are also people who came here who were better off in Zimbabwe. Now they are worse off.
Yeah, true. And there are also people who were born here in the UK. We have never been to London. We are now 90 years. Believe me, I am a domiciliary care worker. So... it doesn't mean that just because we're staying in a place where London is, it's a guarantee that you'll make it. Believe you me. But it's a statement to turn one. Believe me, you. Believe you me. Believe you me. But it doesn't guarantee that you're going to make it or you won't make it.
Yeah.
Life
is no formula.
And
just take a leaf from someone. Just take a leaf from what you're trying to share. Sharpen your edges.
Yes. And Ecclesiastes, we are Christians. Ecclesiastes says, time and chance happens to everybody else. So this is the choice and path that we are taking of relocating, believing that it's our time, it's our chance to make it. And God has given us this platform to just make it and share it with you. So yes, thank you for watching recap part 1 on life in the UK. We're going to post recap part 2 on building and all the advice you've given us. And let's just continue to subscribe. I've seen a lot of people are watching the videos, loads of people watching. Please guys, subscribe.
Thank you guys.
Kana mdakwenda ku Zimbabwe naye makanyarara.
Tirambe mchituka zvirambe zvichimotivate, tirambe tichisimbisana. It's social life. At least if it makes you feel better, at least that's the whole point now.
Yes, this is our entertainment here in the UK, honestly speaking.
You can understand.
I'm going, but who is watching Coronation Street, guys? I mean, YouTube is our entertainment. So
keep them coming. We keep on sharing with you step by step this chain of us. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Bye.